So we were out ripping last night, and this everything's going good, and it started stalling. And I noticed with these DS90s, in a way, the carburetors get super dirty, or the spark plugs, and they can suck up water fairly easily through the intake that's right above. So I'm gonna rip it apart. I'm gonna take a look, clean the spark plug, kind of see if we can do low-level maintenance to get it running nicely. Because I just got Jackson a GoPro mount for his helmet. So we'll take it apart. I'll kind of go over a couple things for anyone who wants to understand the DS90 a little better, if they have one for their kid or if they're looking at buying one. CanAm has released these new 110 EFIs, and that's the way to go if you're going to look into buying. But if you're buying an older model, buying a Marketplace or Kijiji, something like that, and you want to buy one of these, hopefully some tips and tricks to help you maintain it. So, CanAm DS90, this is 2021. The carburetor is located behind this panel. We have our fuel tank selector, so we have on, off, and then a reserve tank, and then 3 fill-ups, so 2 large fill-ups and a smaller one. Take all 3 of those out. This whole panel will pop out, and you'll be able to see the carb from the inside, and the adjustment is right there as well, which I'll show you. And then the air filter is right here, so there's three fill-ups on it. Take that off, it'll come right out. You can expect that. Okay, so panels are off. This is a fuel selector switch. You can see it runs from primary reserve to the carburetor. And we have our air filter here. So popping the air filter out, super easy, just a rubber gasket. Pull it out, inspect it. We're looking for any kind of damaged baffles, any damaged sealing. This one's getting pretty worn, so I'm actually probably going to order a new one. Foam on both sides. You can see it's fairly run in. It is dirty, so I'm probably going to blow it out for now, and then I'll have another one on order. For the carb, take a look here. The carb has a little shield in front of it, so it's in a box, which makes it taking out of it is extremely terrible. Basically, I have to remove this entire upper portion to access the top. And then this, once you move it, it slides backward, and then you can pull the carb out. It's a lot of work. But to adjust it, there's a little screw, as you can see on the camera here. It just takes a flathead, and as soon as you start to move it to the right, it increases the throttle, left decreases the throttle. You kind of want a nice, healthy throttle. So what I like to do is I like to take the DS90, put it in forward gear, and I bring the idle up to the point where it just starts to roll away from me, then I bring it back till it stops. And I keep it at that line. Okay, so to adjust the carburetor, just like I said, we're going to find that flathead, we're going to adjust it to the right. We're going to keep adjusting it until the bike wants to roll forward, and then we're going to turn it back to left slightly until it stops. And that's when we know we're idle set kind of perfect on our throttle. So we'll start it up, see if it'll kick up. So we'll adjust our throttle, turn it to the right. So now that we have it adjusted, it's idling nice and high. With the carburetor, I find that the higher idle makes it shift into neutral, reverse, back and forward a lot easier than a lower. And especially when it's chilly out. As soon as it's kind of cold, everything's cold, this thing is a pain to start. You really gotta use the kickstart a couple times to get it flowing. And then it won't want to idle properly. So a nice higher idle helps it warm up and keep it running, especially when these guys get into like dirt and mud and stuff. So I'm going to assemble it back together. I'm going to blow this out with some compressed air, just kind of clean it up a little bit. We'll reassemble this, and then we're going to pull the spark plug, and then we'll clean that. Okay, spark plug maintenance, super easy. Just pull the cable, give her a yank, and then it's just a 16 mil, and then we'll unscrew that, and then take it out, take a wire brush to it, and some brake cleaner, clean it up, and then put it back in. I do have another one on order, so if you're replacing it, you just take it out, put a new one in. Super simple. So this is pretty filthy. It's definitely done. It's fairly wet inside, which means a little bit of excess fuel. That could just be for me playing with the idle a few minutes ago, but it's not too bad. We'll give her a clean up and see how it goes. So before I reinstall it, I do take a little bit of dielectric grease and I throw it on the end before I plug it back in, and then just reinstall. I do the exact same thing with new plugs. I put a little dielectric grease, throw it back on, just to make sure she's running nice. Then once you got the spark plug in, that's it. Hey, so thanks for watching. Basic little maintenance. Things are going to come along. I'm going to keep kind of posting videos. I do have a side-by-side Maverick, that Renegade, this DS90, and then a 110 EFI coming. I'm gonna keep uploading videos, oil changes, stuff like that. Just little simple stuff to get the channel kind of rolling. And we'll keep progressing. Full length videos are coming in the summer. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helps. We'll do an oil change video later on a separate post, just kind of break it up. So I hope to see you guys on another video.